target and got most of it here on our bombing run.
That was a deadly 3 minutes, Keith. The whole idea was to get all the groups over the target simultaneously and at different altitudes so that enemy flak couldn't concentrate on any one group.
Well, we sure were sitting ducks out there alone. Maybe I shouldn't have tried the target, but we were there and I figured the boys wouldn't want to bring their loads back home.
No man makes a perfect plan, Keith. You couldn't foresee a plane breaking through the runway. Maybe the mistake lay in not going on to the secondary target once you were late.
But I figured we could make up the time, catch up with the other groups. We could have, too, if it hadn't been for our stinking luck.
Luck? What luck was that?
It wasn't luck, sir. It was my fault.
It wasn't anybody's fault.
I'd like to hear the lieutenant's version.
Yes, sir. We had to alter the navigation and flight, sir, to cross the enemy coast here. We picked up an error, wind change. And I missed a checkpoint here, San Lo. By the time I caught it here at Ren, it had cost us 3 minutes. We never made it up.
If there's any fault, it's mine, sir. I was in command. I ordered the change in flight plan. The weather was thick enough, it could have happened to anyone.
Well, I think that covers it. Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you, gentlemen.
Zimmy.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. Don't worry about a thing.
Keith, I know you're tired, but let's talk a little. Sit down. Let's talk about luck. A pretty critical 3 minutes, Keith. 5 crews, 50 men.
Do you think I don't know?
I know you do. Whose fault was it, Keith?
I told you, sir, primarily it was mine.
Were you flying?
Yes, sir.
Do you fly and navigate too, or do you rely on your navigator?
You have to rely on your navigator, but after all...
Then it was the lieutenant's fault.
He missed the checkpoint, but it could have happened to anyone.
I know, and I allow he feels as rotten about it as any of us do. More so, maybe. But what happens now, Keith?
I don't understand you, sir.
We're talking about luck. I don't believe in it. I believe that to some degree a man makes his own luck. Yours has been pretty bad down here, and it's getting worse, not better. Maybe the navigator's in point. He blew it. What are you going to do about it?
General, I don't believe in chopping off heads because of one mistake. Well, I just don't think that's any way to run a group.
I feel sorry for the boy, Keith. But what are the men in your group going to be thinking about the next mission he navigates? That he messed up the San Nazaire mission. It's just that much more load on them, and one day if they fall apart on you, that won't be luck.
There isn't a man in the outfit who wouldn't stake his life on Zimmy. General, if it was anyone else but him, he's got 2 strikes against him to begin with. You don't realize, sir, that boy's got a persecution complex. He wants to fly every mission, trying to live down the fact that his parents were mixed up in the German-American Bund. He screened Zimmy plenty before he ever got overseas. That's what's riding him now.
Keith, good navigators is the one thing we're not short of. If you decide that you ought to relieve this boy, I'll give you a good replacement.
You might as well ask me to stand him up against the wall and shoot him in the back. No, I won't do it, sir. I just can't do it to him. I won't.
Keith, I want you to get to bed. Have the flight surgeon give you a shot that'll make you sleep 24 hours. I guess a man only has so much to give, and I guess you've given it. Effective now, you are relieved of this command, and you will report to me for duty at Bomber Command. I'll send someone down to take over here. Good night, Keith.
Good night, sir.